Welcome to the Emerging Lawyer at the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum, TIF, and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is Reimagining Legal Communication. We have with us Jenna V Krishnan, founder at The Daily Lawyer, a top rated podcast host, and a legal content strategist who's transforming how legal professionals communicate. With over 15 years of legal expertise, Jenna has seamlessly transitioned from corporate counsel to entrepreneur, empowering the legal community through innovative content, podcasts, and networking events. So, friends, this will be a lovely conversation. K, who was transitioned to a new career, uh, but covering lawyers, legal professionals, and helping them with content development. So, welcome, Jenna, to today's coffee conversation.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, so let me explain you the format. There, you must be aware of the two rounds, but there is a third round that is a rapid fire fun round.
Oh, lovely. So that
Yeah,
is
for that you have to be
right.
witty, fun, quick, and then you'll get to win this book. This will be a Christmas gift.
Thank you.
Okay, so friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Conversation and legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. We help law firms, corporate legal, with world-class technology, software solutions, and technology. So, my first question, Ajayna, how has the journey been till date?
Oh, the journey has been fabulous till date. I'm sure everyone who asks this question will probably be saying some version of this because we all, when we start our careers, you included, I'm sure, we start our careers, we don't realize how the dots connect at various points. Only when we stand and reflect back, we realize all the junctures that have got us to this point. So I'm very, very grateful. Journey has been fabulous. Thank you.
Okay. So, Jenna, what inspired you to start the Daily Lawyer after 15 years of legal experience being a legal professional?
Hmm. I love this question because it allows me to wax eloquent about this really strong mission that I have. And as you know, I was the a legal, I was heading the legal operations of a management consulting company. And when you are an in-house counsel, you are a client to lawyers and a litigant to the court system. So I'm a Bombay girl. I went to GLC in Bombay. I went to Columbia Law School. So I have a good network. I was representing a company, so there was money to pay. But despite all of my advantages, I struggled to find good lawyers for some of my mandates. And I was wondering if I have this problem with all the advantages. Imagine all of the other litigants who don't have the natural advantages that I have. Also, while it was easy because Bombay is my home, it was easier to find legal representation and good lawyers in Bombay. But I had batters in Calicut, Guwahati, Bilaspur, Kanpur, Valsad, and I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who knows anybody in these places. So for me to find good lawyers in places which are outside of my home city was very difficult. I had to go through a whole lot of hoops, and that's when I yearned for a solution that would probably streamline the information asymmetry that we have in our system. That is one part, and the second part is also that we are all a lot of us are aware of the big law firms, the tier one law firms, and the big lawyers and the famous lawyers because they are there everywhere on media, etc. But I have found that my most trusted and effective partners in my matters were actually boutique law firms, were expert lawyers, and I had to again jump through a lot of hoops to find them. So it got me thinking. I am looking like me. A client is looking for the right lawyer. The right lawyer is looking for me, the client. But then something is we are not able to connect. And this is not just an isolated story of mine. This is the most common story I heard all around me. So, this is essentially what prompted me to start the Daily Lawyer to be a bridge between legal practitioners and people through the medium of content.
Wow. So, What challenge did you face transitioning from a corporate legal environment to an entrepreneur being, and then this daily lawyer running everything, because now you are a one-man show. So,
Yeah.
how was the journey?
So I think that that itself is a big shift, because the first obviously is that you're used to a particular salary coming at the end of every month. There's a certain financial stability, uh, which is suddenly taken away. I mean, it's a conscious decision, but it's still taken away, right? So to adjust to that sort of uncertainty in finances after having earned for a long time, that was a bit jarring. uh, and then also I think there's a certain loss of identity, because you start off as a lawyer, then you're heading a legal department and everybody's looking at you, and as you know, you are used to introducing yourself like that. um you're used to having professional connections from that identity, and suddenly now who are you? So I think that sort of coming to terms with the loss of one identity and embracing a new one took time. And I think the largest one, if I have to be completely honest, would be asking for work. We are not used to asking for work. We are used to work coming to our table. So in that sense, I mean, I'm still grappling with that. If I have to be completely honest with you, it's a bit difficult. But yeah, I would say these three.
Wow. Okay. Uh, can you share a moment when the daily lawyer truly bridged the gap between law and lay people?
Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes, I would. I actually I want to share not one but two separate instances. I had done a reel, I think, on wills, and I got a call from my childhood best friend's mom. We had all sort of, no, not just my childhood best friend's mom, my childhood best friend's mother's school friend, who had somehow stumbled upon the reel and whose mother was unwell. She had moved back to India to be with her unwell mother. And then she saw my reel and she said, "Oh, I think my mother must make a will for her house." And then they got the will done. And after that, you know, her mother eventually passed away in a couple of months. And then she called me back to say that, "Jana, thank you so much for that
Mm.
video. Because of that will, we were able to get all the transfers done into her name and her brother's name and whatever else. And if I had not seen it, I would have had such a problem. So thank you so much." So that was one instance. And connected to that, I mean, I had somebody writing to me from Mangalore, I mean, who had seen one of my videos like this on property documentation. And he wrote to me saying, "Thank you for the video, because there was some ancestral property in some village few kilometers away from Mangalore, which they were asked to just sign. They didn't even know about the ancestral property, so they were just supposed to sign off. And then when he saw my video, he started reading the papers and he realized he would have signed off his entire family's rights to the property. So he wrote to me about that. And there was another third instance, which was, I mean, I can't help myself, so I'm saying the third instance. I had made a video on why co-founders agreements are required between two co-founders. So I got a message, an email from someone saying thank you, because they had started business without a co-founders agreement, and then they sat together to do the co-founders agreement after they saw my video, and they found that they're actually not at all compatible. So he just messaged me saying, "Hey Jenna, if I had not seen the video, I probably would have got into business and lost a lot of money. So thank you so much." So yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. So just wanted to add to your conversation. I've among my 15 books, I've written a book on unlocking the mysteries in will making, will transfer, and inheritance planning. So we did a book launch at Indian Merchant Chambers through my Lions Club. We did a panel discussion with our coffee speakers on this topic. So I'm on a mission because I've faced personal experience, so which I've done a seminar also, and you must be also be aware, and the audience also needs to be brought into awareness कि भाई start making a will, because in India there is less than 10% who have made their wills.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm glad.
I've
I'm
been
glad.
getting a lot of questions
Yeah.
like कि how, what,
Mm.
कब, all those things. So we have prepared पूरा एक अपना एक kit also to make your assets ka list, liabilities. I've also tied up with resource person, lawyers, share
Hmm.
transfer, and all those things. Okay, where they will be through my Lions Club of Mumbai Shining, offer
Hmm.
these services at a reasonable cost. And I've sold around 100 books.
Wow, congratulations.
So that proceeds goes to social cause.
Okay, lovely.
So
Lovely.
ये रहता है. I'll share this अपना right now. I don't have that book,
हाँ,
but yes, we'll add in this episode because as you said, हाँ. So these are some of अपना ये है कि भाई this might to become my legacy project
yeah,
after my presidency. Also, I'll keep continuing organizing seminars and all those things because
hmm,
to go to 20%, a lot of steps have to be done
I
because
agree.
I can't go to 90%. It's not a one man guy. It needs a lot of hands,
Yes, yes.
communities to come together and slow by slow. because एक
Yes.
fear concept ही आ जाता है because where
हाँ,
I'm going for events or एक alliance के programs, I talk to people and but उसका मैं देखता हूँ कि हाँ that expression on the face change हो जाता है पूरा
hmm,
कि भाई क्या होने वाला है मुझे सो अपना ये रहता है बट देर आर पीपल वे आते हैं कर रहे हैं सो टुडे ओनली आई वाज रीडिंग एन आर्टिकल फ्रॉम न्यूजीलैंड हेरल्ड हॉरर स्टोरीज अपना ये है कि भाई आर्टिकल में हॉरर स्टोरीज बताने में आया कि भाई क्या हो जाता है सिबलिंग राइवलरीज ऑल दोस थिंग्स ये हो जाता है डिस्प्यूट्स ये वो फैमिली जो एक साथ में रहती थी नाउ पूरा ये है कि डिसकनेक्टेड डिसजॉइंटेड एक दूसरे के साथ में मारा मारी ये वो जो बॉन्ड था वो मनी की वजह से
I
तो
know.
ये रहता है ये तो माय टैगलाइन इज आल्सो आई मेड अ ब्यूटीफुल टैगलाइन जिंदगी जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद भी खुशियां रहे लाइफ में
Yes,
फैमिली
yes.
सो गुड एवरीवन is contributing you me and the other people
Yeah,
also
yeah. And we should sort of work together to ensure that the larger mission is kept together.
yeah so that's why I said na कि to
हाँ,
10% add करने में भी there are a lot of अपना
yeah,
ये
yeah, of
steps
course.
होता ही है
Yeah.
so okay uh, so Jenna, how do you ensure the quality and relevance of legal content in a rapidly evolving digital world?
See, for me, the touchstone uh, is has always been what is useful to the everyday person. Like I keep asking myself, so what? Like what is the value of this information? Is it going to be useful to the everyday person? That's all that I'm bothered about. That's my biggest touchstone. I'm not here to do an academic discussion around the law. Uh, I mean, there are forums for that. This is not that forum. This is the forum where we make the law simple and accessible, legal professionals simple and accessible to people. So that is what I do. Is this useful to people? Is it something that they need?
Wow. So Jenna, how has podcasting changed the way legal professionals connect with their audience?
Yeah, I love this question. I saw the question in the list, and I think you and I can have a nice long discussion on this because you've also been podcasting and having so many episodes with so many different lawyers and legal professionals. But, and you may agree with me when I say this that the thing about the podcast medium is it's easy free flowing conversations. It's not bound by any algorithm, it's not bound by any rules. Nobody really is owning your show. There is so much of autonomy in the way you want to conduct your show, and that lends a certain intimacy, a certain freedom to the entire process. uh, and you're able to find the person behind the professional. Being a lawyer, being a litigant and a client to the legal system, I can say with some confidence that people connect to people and people give work to people. They don't connect with position, they don't connect with, all that is fine to make an impression, but to actually do business and continuing doing work, you need to connect to people. And I think the podcasting medium really is able to bring out the person behind the professional. So from that angle, I think it's absolutely fabulous for lawyers to connect to their audience because people know it increases awareness, which is woefully missing. And the second point that I want to make in this connection is that, see, especially in India, our understanding of lawyers in the popular media has always been like Damini, Tariq pe Tariq, or, all these law, Jolly LLB, or it's so far from reality. I'm not denying Tariq pe Tariq, I cannot deny it. But at the same time, the general portrayal of lawyers has been so negative and so sort of one-sided that people have no idea of what the system is. People still think that in courts everybody's sitting like civilians are sitting with no, so like quietly, and the judge is like banging the gavel. Those that is very far from the truth. So it's a great way to for people in general to understand what is the practical reality of the system. So yeah, these 2 points I think I would like to make in this connection.
Okay, that's interesting. Yes. Just wanted to add about the coffee conversation. Uh, we came up with the idea of coffee conversation 4 years back to have conversation on personal professional journey. So this has been ये कि भाई kept it in a unique way, and we have built up not only lawyer series, but we have got around, for the viewers out there, we have got around 10 series now. So this is the lawyer series. There is cybersec professional. There is entrepreneur, Stree Shakti. Then working professional, startup, student, panel discussion, tech conversation, special episodes. So we keep
Lovely.
ये कि भाई one of my coffee speakers said कि भाई I don't want to get stagnant. This is just recent. I had a conversation. He's going to London to do his solicitor course. So
Okay.
that we started in after this conversation. We sat with the team. के what to do for 2025 और क्या
Nice.
more can be brought to for coffee conversation show, plus how to make experience with the coffee speakers more memorable, engaging, and all those things. So area है. So 2025, a lot of more things will be happening at Coffee Conversation. So
Looking
we are
forward to
keeping
it.
a balance. We are giving what opportunity to 2 years professional also. We
Good,
have gone
great,
to 50 years industry leaders also.
lovely.
So we are keeping balance. के someone has to give them a platform also. 2 years वाले को. Because no one will touch them. ना जल्दी.
Yeah.
So ये रहता है. My next question will be, how do you select or your process steps to for daily lore में for interview or coming up with this will content, that co-founding agreement?
Okay, so let me answer the second part first. How do I select content? I think I already alluded to what is going to be relevant, and a lot of the content are actually answers to the questions I get either in real life or some matters that are referred. So it's basically that is just a reflection of what is the requirement, uh, and it's easy because it's things that challenge our lives daily. So there's an unending set of content pieces over there. When it comes to our guests, we I want to showcase lawyers from every sphere, every area of practice. I also want to showcase what is the recent developments that are happening in the world of law. Maybe I was living under a rock and I did not know how fast and how far the legal tech development has gone. So stuff like that. What is happening in the world of mediation? What is happening in the world of arbitration? Things like that. What are the opportunities available for people for dispute resolution? So yes, these are my touchstones. And again, it all comes down to the one thing, and the one thing is this useful? Is this going to improve literacy, awareness, and decision making of the people who are listening?
Wow. Okay. So Jenna, how do you balance your role as a strategist, podcast host, legal consultant, and content developer?
How do I balance my role? Oh my god, you've seen that you've gone to a circus and you've seen those people walking the tightrope with that. I feel like that, you know uh what is every day I'm probably doing playing a new role. Legal consultant work has sort of reduced because I have reduced my work as a lawyer. my legal practice, and I'm almost entirely focused on being a legal strategist, content developer, marketer, whatever you want to call it, podcaster, and so on. So uh, I mean, I really don't know how to answer your question, because it's every day is a new day. I just, focus on what I have to do that day, and try and move on. It's like that. It's like a continuous juggle on the tightrope of life.
Agreed. So, Jenna, my next question. Networking is a key part of the daily lawyer's mission. So, can you tell us about the most memorable interaction you had during your networking?
My God, I'm so happy to see this question. I was very happy to see your list of questions, because you're allowing me to speak about all the things that are important to me. Now, as you alluded to, we do have in person, invite only networking lunches that we do under the Daily Lawyer umbrella, where we have like 20 people from different areas of the law and ancillary legal fields, not just lawyers, coming together over a meal to just chat and try and meaningfully exchange information and work. So yes, we had in one lunch, like in the same lunch, all these three things happened. There was a CA who had a client who was a US based client opening a back office in India, was looking for an executive director and an independent director. And on the lunch table, both were found. The introductions were made, calls were fixed, and then the appointments were also made. There was a securities law partner of a law firm. There was a legal counsel of a large listed company who was looking to onboard a securities lawyer on their panel of lawyers. And then the onboarding happened, like we met on Saturday, the onboarding happened on Monday. And There was a third lawyer who was looking for work opportunities. I mean, was on a break, but was open to work opportunities. And then within the next month, found a work opportunity within that field. So yeah, I mean, I have so many, stories like this, but since you asked me about one lunch, I'm giving you all the stories from that one lunch.
Okay. So, invite me for that networking lunch.
Yes, definitely. Next, I will text you.
Yeah. Now I've reduced my travel time because I go for only select events because Abhi Coffee is becoming like a daily event. And in persons we keep for Saturdays. Now we have
Yeah,
to keep balance between professional work, this coffee. Then I'm president of my Lions Club. So
yeah.
वहाँ पे भी ये देने का है तो we have so it's like yes. So in 2025 trying to do कि भाई certain events में जाना जरूरी पड़ेगा because networking in person में जाके मिलने करने में is a different during my ये है कि भाई 4 5 years back or sorry before pandemic I had gone for ये events lot of events so from there वहाँ के experience build it so many things and all those are now adding to this coffee conversation.
Yeah,
So
yeah, of course.
I'm bringing a new crowd to coffee conversation. So
Okay.
पहले में दूसरे crowd था अभी दूसरा next year new people will be coming in. So
Okay.
yes, but everyone has to be come together at one
Yes.
place.
Yes, true.
Yeah, the,
Yeah.
so the good thing. Okay. So how has technology helped you, Jenna?
How is technology has made all of our life very easy. Us talking together today is like exhibit A of that. It has just been such a great enabler for us, for me particularly, to get not just my message out and really work to my mission, which is to increase legal awareness across the board. So I'm able to speak to lawyers in all over the country, some who are not in the country but all over the world, thanks to the enablement of technology. I also think that and all of our production, post production, all of that we do on our videos, on our audio, it's all enabled through the various softwares. And now with the advent of AI in this, I'm still sort of grappling with it and trying to understand it a little more. But it really helps in sort of structuring your thoughts, structuring your questions, and so much. So just saves so much of your time and enables you to do quicker work, faster work, more transnational work. So yeah, it has.
Okay. So what's next for the daily lawyer in terms of growth and innovation in your next 5 years plan?
Wow, this is like a really big ticket question. Uh, Now the Daily Lawyer is uh, a full service branding creative agency for law firms, with our podcast being like the main audio visual sort of platform that is in the center of all of our operations. So my 5 year goal and honest sort of heartfelt desire is that we are able to, as as a team, and mobilize all our resources, all of us, including you, Amir, all of us who are working in this field, in this space. We come together, we mobilize our strengths to really make a dent, to uplift the profession as a whole, to make because today litigants are losing faith in the legal system, and that is not okay. At least it's not okay with me. This is the profession that I have chosen for myself. So I want, in some way, the faith to be restored, us to work together collaboratively, uh, to bring out the latest technology, to help lawyers and judges embrace this technology, to bring them closer to their clients, to and make clients more aware, to sort of shift from dispute resolution to dispute avoidance, and grow. I mean, along with this evangelist kind of a large goal which can uplift the entire system as a whole, each one of us in our own personal professional journeys grow financially, grow professionally, and really make a mark where we take the country higher and more effective.
Wow. So let's go to the next round and understand Jenna as a person. So tell us
Okay.
about your family and your formative years, Jenna.
I come from a large joint family. I'm a South Indian, and I hear my name is very misleading. So people really think they are very wondering what kind of a cocktail I am. But I'm a South Indian. I come from a large joint family, which has completely impacted my personality. And it's the best thing that my parents did for us, staying together in a large joint family. My formative years were very safe, very amazing. I grew up in Matunga in Bombay, and just the best childhood that anybody can aspire, ask for. Very close relationships with my parents, with my siblings, with my cousins, external, everybody. Happy, secure childhood.
Wow. Okay. How- What does a perfect Sunday look like for Jenna?
Perfect Sunday, let us assume. So this is like the most ideal Sunday. Okay, I'm not saying that this happens on any Sunday, but my most ideal Sunday would involve me waking really early, 4:35 in the morning, and going for a walk or something like that, early in the morning. And then coming back, I like to read a lot. So maybe reading over my coffee, having Maggie for breakfast, because that's the only Sunday we get to eat Maggie with my kids. And then having lunch with my family, taking a nap, a long nap where nobody disturbs me. Not going out anywhere, just chilling.
Wow. So who has been your biggest cheerleader or support system in life, Jenna?
My family, definitely. My father, my parents. I mean, like my family is large, but I would say, if I have to sort of prune it down, uh, is my father has always been like very supportive of me. Everybody has, not just him. My whole family has, and my husband.
Wow. So from the legal world or the podcasting world, who has made a major impact on you?
From the legal world, that is the world of law. I'm very inspired by two people who I know personally. One is I'm very inspired by Justice Sri Krishna, but more inspired by his wife. I always tell her that I want to be her when I grow up. She's not a lawyer, but she is definitely someone who's my absolute inspiration. And the second person in the legal world who has inspired me as much as Justice Prabha Sridevan, whom I interviewed on the podcast recently, former judge of the Madras High Court. I mean, both her and Auntie Justice Sri Krishna himself is amazing. Uh, but these are people that I look up to, and I pray that when I grow up, I will be like them.
Wow. And from the world of podcasting?
From the world of podcasting, I like a couple of podcasts. There is I think Ranveer Alabadia is very famous, and I like uh, the dedication that he has to the podcast. But the podcasters that I personally admire, there is one called Behind Her Empire, Yasmin Nori, who does on female CEOs and things like that. I really like her. Um, and then there's another, again, both are women, and both sort of push women in business. So she's called Sunira Madani. I really like her.
Wow.
And the rest are all very good, like Tim Ferriss and all. Yeah, yeah, very good. They are great. But I'm saying people whom I connect with
Yeah,
the most. I'm not
that's
saying
right.
the others are not good. Yeah.
So what's your go-to hobby when you need to unwind after work?
I read. I read a lot. So yeah, I I I mean, my ideal evening is I like music. Uh, I like to read, and I'd probably have something to drink. But yeah, so something
Wow.
like that.
So imagine, Jenna, you have 1 month to stay away from family and work. What would you like to do?
If I have 1 month to stay away from family and work, I would do exactly what I am doing today. And maybe, and if I have unending financial resources, then I would love to keep meeting so many different people. I have a whole list of people I want to meet and get them on, interview them and put their sort of stories on the podcast. So, yeah.
Okay. Uh, yeah. So let us go to your Columbia Law School days. So what are your cherished memories from there?
So, yeah, I mean, the whole year was like a bunch of good memories. I have to pick two. So I will pick one. I was interning with Professor George Berman, who's quite well known in the area of arbitration. And at the time, UNCITRAL was thinking of revamping its model laws. And there were two factions, two major groups who were working on this. Both are working independently, and the UNCITRAL has to pick one over the other. Professor Berman was working in one of the groups, and I and a couple of others were assisting him. And there was a point when there was the whole committee met it at in the conference room at the law school, and you had all of the arbitration greats like Gary Bourne and all of them, and they're all discussing these things. And just sitting in that room with all of these people whose names, whose textbooks you've read in your study books, that was such a surreal moment. And then half the things they said was going above my head, so I was not understanding also what they were saying. I was just so happy to be there. So yeah, I would say that is among the most remarkable memories that I have, and others also.
Wow. Okay. So now, what does Sri Shakti mean to you?
What does Shri Shakti mean to me? Wow. Okay. I think as women, naturally we are naturally imbued with the abilities to handle more than one thing at one time, to manage multiple things uh, with a great deal of efficiency. I think Shri Shakti is just leaning into that. Somewhere in the conversation, I'm trying to uh, say, because this conversation has become a little fraught with too many terms. So I'm trying to make it I don't want it to be taken in the wrong way. But I think when we say Shri Shakti, we all need to remember that. And we need to stand up for that. And we need to lean into that. Every part of what makes us strong and unique. We don't need to be a man in a skirt in a profession or whatever.
Okay. So my last question, which will be a googly one, describe Jenna in one line.
Huh? It's a very difficult question, because hard to say in one line. Hard to say. See, this is the thing you asked me about Shri Shakti. We are so not used to talking about ourselves or putting ourselves first that it's difficult for us to even articulate about ourselves. Forget it in one line. I think Jenna is all about connections and connecting people in every way. I'm like sunshine, actually. We are connecting and we are there and enabling everything.
Wow. That's wonderful. So let's go to the next round and have some fun, the rapid
So
fire
this is
round.
like the round that I don't know what is coming only. वैसे भी यहाँ पे you threw some questions which I didn't know only was coming.
Yeah, question three. We had
हाँ
shared the questions with
हाँ
you.
वो तो last few questions आपने तो कुछ भी डाल दिया फिर.
I said in the group also कि भाई the questions will get added, deleted as per the
Oh, it's okay. It's
flow.
okay.
So
That is what
अपना
makes it
that
fun.
is the beauty of the coffee conversation ना.
Yeah.
So ये रहता है कि how so I have to be in alert कौन सा questions कहाँ
Yeah. Yeah.
sequencing
No,
all
but
those
this is
things.
fun. This is fun. It's fun when we are like made to think on the fly. And it's nice.
Okay, your go to
I'm getting
comfort food.
that book or no?
हाँ
I'm getting that book, no?
तो like round होने दो.
अरे अच्छा ठीक है.
गिफ्ट आएगा ये नहीं तो दूसरा आएगा.
Okay, ठीक है.
Go to comfort food.
Uh, सांभर dosa and sambar.
Okay, favorite food joint in Matunga.
माटूंगा.
South Indian.
See, where we go out to eat South Indian? दे घर पे ही तो बनता है. We don't go out to eat South Indian. What माटूंगा? I don't have any favorite.
चलो
आर्या
favorite
भवन.
food joint in Bombay. चलो वो लेते हैं.
Favorite food joint in Bombay.
Favorite food restaurant or your favorite restaurant in Mumbai. You go again and again.
Where I
And
go
for which
again,
food?
I like Italian and Japanese food. So I like Coco and Lower Parel a lot. I like Thai Pavilion and I like Saz at Geo Mall.
Wow. Okay. Your favorite color?
Yellow.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee. साउथ इंडियन को आप पूछ रहे हो कि टी और कॉफी. हम तो cheers. भाई हो गया मेरा कॉफी अभी.
Your dream podcast guest?
My dream podcast guest, unfortunately, is no more. It was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I have spoken to her when I was in Colombia. But I think now I would want to... Actually, you know who? Narendra Modi.
Okay. Okay. Chalo. Your wish will be fulfilled in 2025.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay. Your favorite place to travel?
My favorite place to travel, no, I rarely go to the same place twice. But if you're asking me the one place that I always wanted to go and never managed to go, it's Italy.
Wow. A quote you live by?
To learn wonder, to achieve focus.
Wow. What's always on your desk?
What's always on my desk? Pen and like a book to write. I'm not very technological when it comes to chores, so I'm always like writing. So there's always my diary and my something to write with.
Wow.
Pencil, pen, whatever.
You're an early bird or a night owl?
You know, I don't sleep much. I wake up quite early and I am capable of sleeping very, very late. I wake up by 5:30, but I sleep late also.
Wow. Okay, my last question. Best piece of advice received?
Best best piece of advice I have ever received is from a book called Life's Little Instruction Book, which said, uh, marry wisely. 90% of your life's joy or your life's sorrow will come from this one decision. I stand by that even today. It's true in every sort of, as you grow in life and in age, you realize more and more how wise that is.
Wow. So you did well,
Thank
and
you.
this will
Thank
be
you.
your Christmas gift will be
Thank,
delivered to you,
thank you so much.
autographed.
Yes,
So,
yes, looking
friends,
forward.
it was a lovely conversation having with Jenna, how she sorry, transitioned herself from the corporate legal world to forming the daily lawyer, where she's creating valuable content for the audience to connect with and use in their daily lives. As she shared during the conversation, there were people who made wills. So there are a lot of good content. Do subscribe to the Daily Lawyer podcast channel, and uh, she is a good networker, connecting people, and a foodie. So all those food lovers you can connect, and ye invite Jenna for
Yes,
networking events. So she will be a good value addition. So friends, uh, so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Subscribe, like, subscribe, share the Coffee Conversation Show with over 300 plus episodes. If you want to be invited as Jenna, you can visit our website, theimagingindiaforum.com, our social media handles, and you fill in the form, and you would be invited to have a cup of coffee, have engaging conversation coffee. So stay safe. We meet with another coffee speaker and have lovely conversations. Thank you.
thank you.